Hello everyone, we are live. I am on time tonight. Welcome to your weekly guitar lesson. My name is Rob Reed. This is 20-minute guitar player, guitar lesson live, lots of titles. But what's important is we're giving you a guitar lesson, we're hanging out, and we're having some fun. So grab your guitar and let's jump into it. I got a good lesson for you tonight. It's called What Chords Belong Together. So tell your friends, we're going to check out a free guitar lesson tonight. This is a really cool topic, and I find it really useful. I was asking some teachers at school what they would like to learn about guitar, and they said, we want to know what chords go together. So I said, okay, let's check that out. So here we are. Thanks for joining. Feel free to message in the chat, and if you have any questions, and hang out, talk to each other. And yeah, let's get into it. So, first thing you want to know is, what chords belong together? We got lots of chords. How do we know which ones go together? And why is this useful to us? Well, we're going to explore this tonight. And we're going to start with the musical alphabet. Music is super easy. I tell my students and my friends, music is really easy. All you have to know is the first 7 letters of the alphabet. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. There, that's it. That's all you have to know. Now you know everything about music. Music is some kind of permutation and combination of those 7 letters. And it creates the most beautiful, amazing art form in the world. Okay? So yeah. So here we go. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. We got that for the musical alphabet. It goes from negative, like goes from low, infinity, A, B, C, D, F, G, A, B, C, D, F, G, A, B, C, D, F, G. It keeps repeating and repeating, and it goes up to high infinity to the point where you can't even hear it. Only dogs can hear up that high. Okay, so it just repeats. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. It just keeps repeating over and over. So that's the musical alphabet. So then we want to build a scale off the musical alphabet. So we're just going to take a letter, and we're going to go from that letter, and we're going to start at that letter and stop at that letter. So let's start with a really simple key or scale. Let's start with C. We're going to go C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. So we're going to go from C to C on the musical alphabet, or the musical continuum, we'll call it. Okay, so there we go. We go from C to C, and we get this. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. And that is what's called a C major scale. Okay, that's your scale. It's a C scale. It's a C major scale going from C to C. And that's as deep as we're going to get into that right now. Okay, so just remember that. C to C. C, D, F, G, A, B, C. That's our C major scale. Now we're going to add to this. We're going to add to this scale. We're going to put numbers below the letters. Okay, so we're going to assign a number to each letter. So we have C is 1, D 2, E 3rd, F is the 4th, G is the 5th, A 6, 7, and 8 is the octave. Back to C again, okay? So all we did was kept it real simple, added a number underneath each letter, okay, from C to C. Now, we want to, so the point of this live is we want to know what chords belong together. So we want to build chords off of each note of the scale. Okay, that's the first step. I'm taking you right back to help you understand where the chords come from and then why do they belong together. I don't want to just tell you, I could tell you like a list of 12 keys and all the chords that go together, okay? But it's kind of useless because then you would have to memorize it and you don't really understand what's going on. So I want to actually explain to you where they come from so that you don't have to memorize, you can understand where the chords come from and why they go together, okay? So we're going to build a chord off of each note of the C major scale. And how do you do that, you might ask? Well, we're going to stack notes on top of each other. We're going to stack 2 notes, we're going to stack 3 notes. And those 3 notes are going to create a chord, okay? So we got C, we have C already there, so that's our first note. Then we're going to stack a 3rd above the C, and then a 3rd, okay, and then a 3rd above that, okay? So we're going to have a 1, a 3rd, and then another 3rd. Okay, so it's going to be 3 notes that are a 3rd apart. And we're going to do that for each note of the C major scale. And this is what we get. You ready for this? Presto. This is what we get. Let's zoom in so you can get a better look. So we have our C note on the bottom. We've just put it on the musical staff. 5 lines, 4 spaces with a treble clef. And we got C. We added a third above that, which is an E. And then we added a third above that, which is a G. So C, D, E is a third. F, G is a third. So we have three notes that are a third apart. Creates a C major chord. Now we're going to jump up to the D. We're going to stack thirds on the D. So D, and these are all notes. We're stacking, okay, this is kind of important. We're stacking only notes that belong in the key of C. So we're stacking only C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. We're only stacking those notes on top of each other. We're not taking any sharps or any other notes outside of that, okay? So we got D, we're going to stack a third, which is an F, and a third above that, which is an A. So D, E, F, G, A. And that creates a D minor chord, okay? Then we're going to go on to E. Then we're going to stack thirds on the E. So E, F, G, A, B. So E, G, and B are thirds. Creates an E minor chord, okay? And then we're going to go to F, which is in the scale, C, D, E, F. We're going to stack thirds, F, G, A, B, C. Stacking those, we get the F major chord. Then we're going to go to G. We're going to stack thirds, G, A, B, C, D. That creates a G major chord. Then we're going to go to the A note, stack thirds, A, B, C, D, E. Then we get A minor chord. Then we're going to go to the B. We're going to stack thirds, B, C, D, E, F. It creates a B diminished chord, okay? So there you have it. So now we created chords out of that scale. And now these chords have a certain voicing. So we still have the numbers underneath. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Those are still our numbers. But you might notice some numbers are big and some numbers are little. And that's because the C creates a C major chord. So that's a big 1, like an uppercase 1. The D stacking thirds creates a D minor chord. So because it's minor, we're going to use a small number 2, small Roman numeral number 2. And then E creates an E minor chord, so we're going to use small Roman numeral number 3. F creates a major chord, so that's a big Roman numeral. G creates a major chord, that's a big Roman numeral. And A, stacking thirds, creates a minor, so that's a small Roman numeral. And then B diminished is a small Roman numeral, okay? So that's how we know what chords, those are the chords that are built out of the key when we stack thirds. So I have these red arrows under 1, 4, 5, and 6. Those are the most important chords in a key and the most common chords in a key that are used in Western music, okay? So pop music you hear on the radio, mainly built on the 1, the 4, the 5, and the minor 6 chords. Okay, so just remember that. The 1, the 4, the 5, and the minor 6. Most music you hear everywhere, on the radio and everywhere, is 1, 4, 5, and 6. So that's how we get C. What's 1? C is 1, the 1 chord. F is the 4 chord. G is the 5 chord. A minor is the 6 chord. Those are the 4 chords that go together. C, F, G, A minor, and C. I can now play probably 50,000 songs with just those 4 chords in the key of C. Isn't that crazy? That blows my mind. And those are the chords that belong together in the key of C. So C, F, G, and A minor. But disclaimer here, all the chords belong together in this key. So you can also have D minor, E minor, and B diminished. Uh-oh. I gotta practice my diminished chords. Where is the B diminished? B diminished. Anyway, we'll come back to it. I gotta practice my diminished. Okay, so all these chords belong together I'm just letting you know all these chords belong together and can be in a song together. But the most common are C, F, G, and A minor. The 1, the 4, the 5, and the minor 6. Okay? So those are the chords that belong together. In the key of C, I repeated myself, but I'm just telling you that's how you find the chords. That's how they're built, and that's how they fit together. And you can have chord progressions that are any order of chords could be a song. Okay? So that's really helpful to know. Okay, so let's move on and check out our next situation here. So there, I just simplified it down for you. So we got C, D minor, without all the musical staff, you can see it like just without the technical theory. So C, D minor, E minor, F, G, A minor, B diminished, and back to C. And those are the Roman numerals underneath. 1, 4, 5, and the 6, minor 6, okay? For the key of C. Now we can do this in different keys as well. We have 12 keys we can work with. So we can, so we just boiled it down real simple, the 1, the 4, the 5, and the minor 6 for the key of C. But we can do this in other keys. We can do this in the key of G. Okay, we're a little technical here tonight, but that's okay. We can do this in the key of G. So just go from G to G. So G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, and G. And then we'll put numbers underneath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The 1 is G. The major 4 is C. The major 5 is D. And the minor 6 is E minor. Okay? So we just jumped into another key here and showed you. Just showed you how you can do this in different keys. It's really helpful. You can transpose this way too. If you want to change a key from C to G, you just use the number the appropriate replace the Roman numerals with the other ones. Okay, so yeah, and we can also change this. We can have this in the key of E, any key. So let's go E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E. Now there's sharps here, and if you're wondering like how do I know which ones are sharp? Well, I use the circle of fifths, and that tells me which chords or notes are sharp or flat in a key. All right, so moving right along. So that's the key E. We got the 1 is the E, the 4 is the A, the 5 is the B, and the minor 6 is the C sharp minor. So those chords go together, but they all go together, but those are the most popular ones that go together. Okay, so I put together a nice chart here for you. So here's all the chords, here's all the keys, well the most common keys for pop music, I guess, on the side there. And you got the key going down, you got A, B, C, D, E, F, G, those are the keys. And then across are the chords that belong in that key. So remember, it's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But here we have the 1 for A, it would be A, then the minor 2, the minor 3, the major 4, the major 5, the minor 6, and the diminished. So for the key of A, we didn't look at that yet. So A is the 1, B minor is the 2, C sharp minor is the 3, D is the 4, E is the 5, and F sharp minor is the 6. So the most common chords in the key of A would be the 1, the 4, so the 1, the 4, the 5, and the minor 6. And so it'd be A, D, E, and F sharp minor. Now you want to be able to do this on the fly and be able to pick this out on the fly. Like I don't have it memorized. I just kind of count on my fingers to help me. So let's pick a key. So I want to play a song in the key of D. So I think D, I count on my fingers, the 1, the 4, the 5, and the minor 6. Okay, so D, E, F, G is the 4, A is the 5, B minor is the minor 6. So the key of D is D, G, A, and B minor. That's how I get the chords in the keys. So pick another key. So the key of F. So F, 1, the 4, the 5, and the 6. So F, let's count up the musical alphabet. F, G, A, B flat. You just have to memorize it's flat because the circle of fifths. B flat, C, D, and the D is minor. So the 6 is always minor. Okay. So now I know in the key of F, it's F, B flat, C, and D minor. So that's how I know what chords belong together in the key of F. What chords belong together in the key of B? Well, the 1, the 4, the 5, and the minor 6 are the most popular that belong together. So B, C, D, E, F sharp, and G sharp minor. And those sharps come from the circle of fifths, and those are the most common chords that belong together in the key of B. All right, so any questions? I showed you how to build the chords, how to make the scale, how to build the chords, and what chords belong together, and what are the most popular chords in the key. All the chords belong together. You could write a song with all those chords in it. It'd be really cool. But I'm just saying the most popular chords are the 1, 4, 5, and minor 6. All right, any questions? Are you confused? Have I left you in the dark? Okay, we're going to talk about why this is useful in a second. So let's check. I got another chart for you here, a little more easier to read. So there's a ton of keys there. Most common keys going down: C, G, D, A, E, B, F, B flat, E flat, A flat. Those keys are less common, the flat keys, but so. And then I just stripped it right down to the 1, the 4, the 5, and the minor 6 for each key. You can take a picture of that if you want to take it with you, but I just find it's just easier to understand it and build it yourself on the fly. So just take the 1, just count up the musical alphabet, which is A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Just count up that and then repeat again, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Count it up, take the 1, the 4, the 5, and the minor 6. So we're going to go C, A, B, C, D, E, F is the 4, G, F, G is the 5, and A is the minor 6. The 6 is always minor, okay? Okay, let's do one more key. Which one do you want to do? Let me know in the chat which key you want to do, just so I know you're out there. Okay, let's do, which one did you not look at yet? I think we looked at all of them. Let's do E, okay, E. E is the 1, E. Let's count up first. E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E. So E is the 1. E, F, G, A is the 4. B is the 5. C, wait, now what do we do? E. E, F, G, A is the 4. B is the 5. And C sharp is the minor 6. Okay, so E, A, B, C sharp belong together. Those are the most common keys that belong together. And the sharps come from the circle of fifths. Why is this important? Why do we need to know this? It's super practical, let me tell you. This is super practical. This might be one of the most useful things you know when playing guitar. This is important because it helps you understand music on a deeper level. Who doesn't want to know more about music on a deeper level? But it also helps you when learning a song, you know what chords to expect in the song. So most cases, if you're learning a pop song, if you see it starting on C, you're like, oh, okay, it's in C. So that means it's going to be 1, 4, 5, and minor 6. So it's going to be C, G, C, F, G, and A minor. That's kind of you kind of expect to see those chords, right? But, cool music, they throw in chords that don't belong, like Nirvana. They throw in all kinds of chords that don't belong in the key, which make it sound even super cooler. But you just have a general starting point to know what to expect, okay? So you start another song, it starts on G. I'm like, okay, well, I'm expecting it to be G, the 1, 4, 5, and minor 6. So G, A, B, C, D, E minor. That's what I'm expecting, okay? So it helps you kind of understand the basis of the song. And another reason why this is helpful is when you're learning a song by ear, you know what your options are. So if you're like trying to figure out a song and you kind of get the key, you're like, oh, or the first chord or the key, I can tell he's starting on G. So I automatically know, if I don't know the rest of the song or the rest of the chords, I kind of expect it to go to the 4, I expect it to go to the 5, I expect it to go to the minor 6. So those are G, A, B, C, D, and E minor. Okay, so when I'm learning a song by ear, I can know what chords to expect. And it could be the other chords too. It could be the minor 2, the minor 3 as well, or the diminished. Okay, but less common. They're less common, but they are there. Don't forget about them. Okay? When you're composing, when you're songwriting, you kind of have a pool of chords to draw from in your song. Like, you know where to start. You're like, okay, well, this key suits my voice, C, so I know I can go from C to F to G, and I can have an A minor. I can also have like a D minor, and I can have an E minor, right? I can do all that. But it just gives me like kind of a pool of where to start from with my chords. Okay? Great. So super helpful when composing. So this really helps you understand music and gives you a greater grasp on what you're doing musically. Okay? So really important to know. I did a lot of talking. Feel free to chat in the chat. Thanks for joining, guys. Hope that helps you. What chords belong together? You can check out that chart, but I want you to understand how to do it yourself. I won't hold you up any longer. We're having some fun tonight. Hope everyone had a great day. Hope you're practicing every day, at least 20 minutes. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. And thanks for your support, guys. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. We will see you next week.